It's a steenbok. It's number 39. It can be very, very hot here. Hang on. Oh, another mopani. Another massive mopani. These trees are really fascinating. Just feel the beautiful breeze. Ooh, you ready? We're gonna go down. Again, if we walk here at night, it's gonna be very interesting. Let's start going down. I'm trying to keep my eyes open for as many things as possible. I can feel the temperature changing. The angry hot sun is gonna take a rest soon. And the evening breeze is just bringing a whole new temperature. Oh, this is just so beautiful. Oh, it's a very big hole. Some footprints here on the ground. Big ones, smaller ones. Almost looks like a heart. And when I look at this one, I'm just gonna isolate it with my finger. And take the grass out. It might be a bit tricky to see, but you can see it has almost a V shape, which does tell us it's a hoof. So let's see on page 7. These are all very big hooves. It's not a giraffe, it's not a buffalo. Nope. These are all very, very big animals. We're looking for smaller hooves. It might be that we don't have them. So it looks like they joined there at the top. They look very similar, right? Neat and oval shaped tracks. Might be. I'm not so sure. Let's see if we can find some clearer tracks. So back there, Peter was talking about a grysbok, and that print, that hoof, almost looks like a grysbok. Because look here, it has that very similar heart shape. I don't know if you heard that, but those are hippos. But I also want to say to you, just taking a walk like this in nature, and just the way we are exploring together, me and you guys, doesn't mean I know everything. Doesn't mean I'll open my book and find the right answer at the same time. But there is something that we're having together that's quite magical. And that is our curiosity and our willingness to explore and our willingness to ask questions. It's a beautiful feather. And I think this is definitely one of the biggest invitations that I have to anyone out there going into nature, trying, looking, thinking, exploring. If I knew everything within these pocket guides, then probably I didn't need them. But I know, I know that I don't know everything. And I know that at least I can try, and I know that I can explore. It all starts with a mindset, with a willingness to try, a willingness to think. Oh, antlions. Do you guys know antlions? I've spoken about antlions before. Oh my goodness, look at that feather. Another one. I've put the other one in the book at the back. Might be from the same one. Let's tickle the antlion and see if they're gonna jump out. So the antlions, as I've explained before, make these holes, these traps for small insects to walk, and then they get stuck in the loose soil and in the sand, and they fall inside, and then the antlion jumps up and eats them. So look right at the center. I'm gonna fool the antlion, and I'm gonna trick it by acting as if I'm an insect walking and sliding in. Look at the bottom. He pushes the sand out again because he wants to eat the insect. Now the antlions are also one of the small five. Ah. It's so cool. And then he'll just spend some time to push all the soil out again and rebuild his trap. Whoa. A lot of ants here. Lots and lots of ants. It's a very gorgeous time of day. The sun is setting. And we're definitely moving into the next part of the day. There's a lot of old tracks here. I can see many. Oh, come closer. The bird. Such a beautiful blue on their feathers. Let's keep going. Tonight we might be very lucky to find elephants here. Because after they walk and have water, they also come over to this side to have some green grass and just graze until they are ready to go sleep. It's quite dry at the moment here in the park, and you can also see that the season is changing. More leaves are falling. Oh, on the horizon, way at the back, is a waterbuck. Slowly but surely the animals will now come out of the bush, out of the savannah, and they'll have their last drink before the evening comes. Because also, when it's evening time, it's not safe for them to be out and about. So as soon as the sun sets, they need to have a very well secured spot to lie down, to camouflage, and hopefully make it to the next morning. Let's go up here. I'm keeping my eyes open for as many things as possible. Come on, the trail still keeps going. I can smell the African incense happening, which is called a braai. Here in South Africa and also in the rest of Africa, a lot of people use wood to prepare their food. Oh, guys, next one in the book. Did you see it? The vervet monkeys. Now these guys jump over the fence, and if your house is open, be sure that you will find a vervet monkey inside, helping itself to some yummy, delicious food. Let's have a look. Who are they on the list? Were they on our list? Yep, have a look here. There they are. Number 35, vervet monkey. And you can see they just scavenging around, seeing what there is. And it's very important for us as humans not to feed these monkeys, because they become very dependent on humans, and soon, they can become very dangerous. We're just gonna look at this insect. Well, it's a standoff. There's a tok-toki. So there's a very interesting an interesting beetle right in front of this vervet monkey. And if you can go closer, you will see the abdomen of this beetle, who is called the tok-toki, moves up and down. And if you knock, there's a very big tok-toki. They communicate by hitting their abdomens on top of the soil. And it's also a way for the male to attract a female. A lot of things happening right now. Let's see. Let's wait a little bit. And as soon as the tok-toki moves, I'm just gonna go around. We will see it walk. These vervet monkeys. Again, look how beautiful they are camouflaged with their different scales and shades of brown on their bodies, and the stripiness of all of that. And you can see the antennae are straight up. He's detecting a lot of movement. He's probably feeling the vibrations of my voice. And his segmented legs, they're really so gorgeous. So I don't know if he's going to be walking, but let's hope that he does. Sometimes you just need to be very patient. But it's so beautiful. Look, it's happening. So you can see how he's vibrating his abdomen on the ground. They are so beautiful and so special. And a lot of the time, we might not see them, and we might drive over them, we might step on them, and they also have a very important place within the ecosystem. off he goes onto his next mission. But before we go any further, just come back, I want to show you. So, number 35, the vervet monkey. Let me just show you guys. There he is. These guys can be so naughty. Jumping into your house, and before you know it, you'll have no eggs or no bread. But let's just find out a little bit more about these guys. So the vervet monkey, the face, hands and feet of this monkey, it's black. And during the day, it is found on the ground where it searches for food, mainly leaves, fruit and flowers, but also some animal food. Oh my gosh, there's a mom with a baby. And when they feed, they can also feed on crops, and vervets may come into conflict with people. And at night, the monkeys sleep in tall trees. And this is very true. Like, I actually want to back off a bit because the vervet monkeys can be extremely aggressive. And you can see that the mom up here sits with her baby wrapped around her belly, and he's also nursing because her breasts are in the front, and that's where they are nursing. She's just turning her back to us. And you can see right there on the chair is a bigger vervet, and that might be the leader of the pack. And he is just sitting there patrolling. So I'm going to pause here and we're going to go this way, because the last thing that I want to do is confront these monkeys and make them angry. So let's go through this way. They might also associate us with food, or let's go through this way. The vervet monkeys associate people with food, and when they see you, they get quite aggressive when you don't give them food. Hence why it's so important for us as humans not to feed any wild animals. Because as we feed wild animals and disturb their natural diet, disturb their natural habitat, we make them more dependent on us. And that also influences their behavior. Oh, big ants. It influences their behavior towards us. Because if they have the dependency that we need to feed them, they become very aggressive. So, just taking a big loop, respecting the space of the monkeys, the vervets, and wow, let's cross this little bridge. But as we cross, oh, we might find more monkeys. Just have a look here. Some big mushrooms popping up. The vervets will be going to bed very soon. They'll look for very tall trees in the dark. Because leopards love monkey meat, and yeah, I'm very aware of the monkeys because, as we've said, they can be very aggressive. You will see this monkey here in front of us has lost half of his tail. It's still actually bleeding, so I'm wondering, where did that monkey go last night? Close. The hippos must be out of the riverbank now on the side, because now this time of the evening it's a good time for them to start getting out, start walking around, start grazing. And hippos can run extremely fast, but the hippos also get into a lot of trouble with farmers. Guys, another one. Do you see it running there over the pavement? It's around the corner. Let's go see. Let's go slow. It is a tree squirrel. There's quite a lot of them. Into the tree. They are number 17 on our list. So fast. Here, have a look. Number 17, the tree squirrel. The tree squirrels are grayish in the western parts of the southern Africa and yellowish to brown in the east. These guys were more brown. They live in woodlands areas and forage on the ground and in trees for plants for insects, and they are also very noisy. Oh, okay. So you can find the same species just in different colors depending on which part of the country they are in. Okay, so we are quite remote where we are now in the camp, and I can hear the monkeys. I can hear the male calling. I also know that if you do cross a path with a monkey at the wrong time of day, it won't go down that well. Let me put it that way. So you can see, as I've told you, have a look here. You can see what these guys have been up to. Of course, eggshells, like I've just said. Ooh. And I'm actually a bit worried because at the back there's a male, and the males tend to be a bit more aggressive, but everywhere there's eggshells here, which just tells you exactly, or actually it doesn't tell you, it affirms exactly what I told you. Let's go around that way, that the monkeys are just up to no good. And they're very sneaky and fast, and before you know it, they'll go into your kitchen, into your campsite, grab something and run away with it. So if, again, we as humans don't take care or be more aware of even how we set up our camps and make sure that the food is out of the way for these monkeys, they become dependent. They come back and back and back. Because why would they go and catch insects and look for seeds and nuts if they can just come to your campsite and have a very nice feast? It's really something for us to pay attention to. Wow. These thorns are so beautiful. You know, a giraffe can literally come and take the leaves right in between these thorns. Also, if you look over here, you come from that side. It's a very interesting spider. I'll try and put my book in the background. But look at the abdomen. He's busy spinning his web and he's preparing himself for the evening, because soon it'll be dark. Oops, he's onto the camera. He's onto somewhere. Okay, he's onto the cameraman. But we don't want him to stay, because also here, whoops, in the African bush, it's really important for you to leave nature as nature and to walk your path as a human. So something very interesting. Come. I've been talking about this for a long time. On this side of the fence where people camp at night, and when they start to do their barbecues, the smell attracts hyenas. So much so that over there, I want you to come see, is an actual sign that tells you, please do not feed the hyenas because they can't help themselves. They are so instinctively drawn towards the smell of the barbecues, of the meat, and they will pace up and down endlessly just to get a piece of meat. So you'll see all around, all along this fence, people are camping and they're setting up camp and they're getting ready for the evening. And soon, when those smells enter this area, the hyenas will come. We'll come back a little bit later to see. This sign is a little bit older now, but it says here, please do not feed the animals. Feeding of wild animals is an offense. It means you can get in big trouble, okay? Anyone caught doing this will be prosecuted according to the Protected Areas Act. I think that's really, really great.
Hi, it's Dr Nicolene from Tamed and Untamed Studio.
As usual, if you enjoyed our content, give us a shout out so that we can create especially what you would like to see next.
And don't forget to leave a comment below.